I'm a lawyer and I know it.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer. And in the days in which the new client meeting for lawyers is on Zoom or FaceTime, we at the Employment Lawyers Group have devised another way. A simple gutting of our entire top floor in the creation of an outside balcony accessible by ladder or handicap lift, because we are employment discrimination lawyers and we are ADA compliant. Well, this has resulted in the ability for our firm head, Karl Gerber, workplace lawyer, that's me, to sit in the far north end of the gutted second floor and communicate by walkie-talkie with a new client out on the newly constructed open-air balcony, accessible once again by ladder or ADA accessible lift. Well, we now bring to you the type of client who would show up at a law office at midnight and sit on a balcony. Can you hear me?
No, 10-4.
I'll take my mask off. Can you hear me now?
Oh, well, the last time someone took off their mask. Don't bring me back there. I got arrested.
Can you hear me?
10-4.
Can you hear me now?
No, 10-4. Maybe I could come into the building?
No! Press the button on the walkie-talkie when you talk.
Oh, can't touch that.
There is a discreet can of Lysol underneath the chair you're sitting on. Use it sparingly. We paid $90 for it on eBay.
Oh, you can hear me after all. PTL. Karl Gerber, workplace lawyer, is listening.
I'm sorry. You didn't come in very clearly. Could you call in on the landline?
I am not a landline phone sex operator.
This really isn't working very well.
I have my guard card.
Well, I got 4 state bar cards.
I was working.
Well, presumably, if you didn't have a workplace problem, you wouldn't be here, would you?
Problem? Can you repeat that?
I'm sorry, you're not coming in very clearly. Could you try the landline underneath the latrine to the side of the patio you're sitting on?
Oh, yuck! Something's in there.
Oh, God. Somebody forgot to flush.
Why is there a toilet on the balcony?
You know, it really it beats me. I mean, I guess they left it up there when the whole construction thing was over. You know, like coronavirus can live in fecal matter for something like 96 hours. I don't blame them for leaving it there.
I'm sitting out here with fecal matter?
It beats me. I don't go out on that balcony. It's just for clients.
You are meaning to tell me somebody's been in this chair less than 72 hours ago?
Unfortunately, not too many people want to meet an employment lawyer at midnight on a Sunday morning. The scent of jasmine blowing in the neighborhood doesn't do it either.
Are there other times clients can arrange a meeting at your law firm?
Well, we're open 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Fridays. Lots of people call in at 877-525-0700 to talk about suing their employer.
Then why are you making me sit out here by an unflushed balcony toilet at midnight?
Payback time!
Payback time?
Yeah, I know who referred you.
Do you treat all your referrals this rudely?
Just the ones that Remus Helms, the most important man of Sun Valley, California, sends over.
Oh, you know Remus Helms? The Remus Helms? Have Have you... Oh, I'm just dying to know. Have you ever seen his thing? Not on your phone, like in person?
Like I said, the whole unflushed retreating thing on the balcony is payback!
Hey, this button is working now.
That's a weird noise. I didn't leave anything out there that would make that noise.
Oh, no. No, yes. Yes. Oh, I did.
I wonder why you got fired!
Sorry. I was all fired up for 20 seconds. Doesn't take me long.
Where were you working?
A wet market.
Aha! A wet market! You do know we wouldn't be here if those things didn't exist!
Really?
Do you really think I'd be doing comedy at midnight, trying to compete with SNL on a Saturday night, actually Sunday night?
Where would you be?
Sleeping.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. If a lot of stressed out people are listening at midnight and are hoping to hear some of that regular programming to, fall asleep, why are you on?
I'm here to bore the audience, of course.
Oh, now I get it.
California Government Code Section 12940A sub 1. This part does not prohibit an employer from refusing to hire or discharging an employee with a physical or mental disability or subject an employer to any legal liability resulting from the refusal to employ or to discharge of an employee with a physical or mental disability to employ because of the physical or mental disability either with a reasonable comment or cannot perform those duties in a manner that would not endanger the employee's health or safety or the health and safety of others, even with reasonable accommodations.
That was boring.
Well, my point is, if you can't wear a mask to work these days, you might have a disability the employer just can't accommodate.
I was wearing a mask when it started, at least.
Okay, so it's important at this point in the program that I describe our guest here. She is a woman.
Tell them something they don't know.
Well, what I can see through the black and white security cam looking out onto the balcony, she is a burly woman, 220 pounds, maybe close to 6 feet, all muscle, man. If concrete wasn't my trade, I wouldn't want to tangle with her in an alley. Fully masked, that is. Her biceps are, how big would you say?
18 inches around.
Gosh, that's big. I mean, how big are mine? Maybe I should measure. Wait a second, 14? That's really true. My biceps are 14 inches in circumference, and I've lost a lot of weight during the coronavirus.
Hey, 14 inches. That's what I mean. Have you ever seen...
what? The coming of the Lord?
No, like been in the same bathroom as Remus Helms?
Please!
Hey, I might be a big, burly woman, but every girl's dream is...
well, some dreams are best kept to themselves.
So, do you have any questions about my job?
Well, no, I mean, I assume you had one.
Had is the word.
By the way, what was your job?
Security. What do you think?
Oh, I thought you were a landline phone sex operator.
I was working at one of the big box stores. The big one.
Well, it sounds big.
I had 120,000 square feet to patrol. Do you think that's easy?
Did they fire you for not properly patrolling the store?
Do you have time for a little story?
No, this is only a half an hour show.
I used to work at Walmart, and then I was at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they aren't there anymore. I worked at a federal building a little while. Then about 3 or 4, maybe it was more like 7 or 8 jobs later, I got hired at the big boy store.
You worked at Bob's Big Boy?
No.
When were you fired?
The Thursday before Monday, before last Wednesday.
What date was that?
I didn't write it down. It was the Thursday before the Monday before last Wednesday.
Well, is there something that makes you remember that particular detail?
Is there ever?
Why were you fired?
I was standing around the freezer section, almost in the diaper section, sort of kitty corner to the rice soup aisle. You know, near the Nerf guns and cat food.
I know that place like I know the back of an unflushed toilet. Latrine, that is.
Yeah, I tried to flush the toilet out here on the balcony, but the flusher fell off.
Well, I guess whatever's in there is going to sit until it disintegrates. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, and it's just going to get weirder. This thing was going on for a couple of years. You can go to the Karl Gerber the K channel on YouTube to listen to old episodes, or give me a call at the office. I actually am a real workplace lawyer, 877-525-0700, 877-525-0700 for a real workplace lawyer, 877-525-0700, but not for payback time, please.
Security, you don't know. Buried deep beneath the fold. You guard yours, I guard mine. Same defense.
I'm a lawyer and I know it.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to Karl Gerber, Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer, and who cares? I got a guard here. She's actually on my balcony, and I'm talking to her for a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I'm plotting in my head how I can write the incident report where I apprehended the old lady with the black thing on her head. What do you call those?
Nuns?
She was a nun? Oh my God. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Will he ever forgive me?
Is that why you got fired?
No, by the freezer aisle and the Nerf gun section. That's where it started.
What started?
This man opened the freezer door. He wasn't wearing a mask. He was breathing all over the cans of orange juice. I am there for law and order. A man can't be breathing on the cans. I'm like, sir, could you put a mask on? He's like, it's my constitutional right not to wear a mask.
Well, actually, that isn't true. He's on private property.
That's what I said, but not like that.
What did you say?
I said, you
Stop!
at
What?
you want to infect school-age children drinking orange juice on a budget?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thank you. Thank you. It's about respecting others. I could have said a lot worse things to him.
Like what?
You Gotham Django Sariano of beeswax. Nothing but a peanut butter excuse for an apple strudel.
Oh, you would not?
I sure would.
Well, this is one mean guard. Maybe we should hire her to patrol our back parking lot. Sometimes people legally park back here and pick up food at that fancy restaurant next door.
I didn't raise my voice or nothing. I just stood there and told him how I felt. I got a right to. I don't care what my employer says.
You go for it, girl. Way to go.
I'm so happy I came here. You're making me feel so much better. Even if I am sitting here on the latrine out on the balcony, the lounge chair you had for me wasn't very comfortable afterwards.
I hate to ask, but is the toilet seat up or down?
Mr. Gerber, I am a woman.
Well, then why were you fired?
It got heated.
Really?
He took a can of orange juice out of the freezer and threw it at me.
Did you do one of those store detention things?
I was scared. Get that. Me. 18-inch biceps and scared of some 60-year-old white guy in a wife beater.
What did you do?
I grabbed a Nerf gun off the shelf. I had to protect myself.
With a Nerf gun?
It wasn't any old Nerf gun. It was the Fortnite edition. 3 Nerf bullets at a time in its chamber.
So, let me get this straight. There was a shootout at the big boy box store.
He cleared out the whole lower freezer before he put the mask on.
Gee, that was a lot of trouble. A lot of breathing.
I thought it was over. About $400 of merchandise to clean up. No biggie. It's the big boy box store.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of still sounds like cause to terminate you.
They didn't terminate me for that. That was nothing. That sort of thing happens all the time.
Does it?
He starts running out with an ice chest of the orange juice cans he'd been throwing on the floor. A lot of them. They landed in the ice chest. You know, those styrofoam things. 50, maybe 100 cans in there. That's a good $60 worth of merchandise.
Whew, maybe I should shop at the big boy store with the box on top.
They don't deliver, and that's how they keep their prices low.
Wait. The customer ran off with valuable merchandise.
Damn near 60 cents a can.
Ah, man, that's a bum rap.
I chased him down, ran outside, about 1,414 feet. Luckily, we were close to the exit.
Well, luckily.
He's got this pickup truck in the parking lot. He throws the ice chest into the bed back there.
Oh, he was a thief?
He's skidding out of the parking lot, and I get up on a shopping cart, jump right into the bed. If it wasn't for that styrofoam chest, I might have broken my legs.
Well, loss prevention isn't supposed to chase the suspects outside of the store, are they?
Yeah, that's normal protocol, but not at the big boy box shop.
Well, this is mad.
This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show.
Okay.
Anyway, he's speeding down La Cienega, turning the steering wheel right to left, left to right, hoping I'd fall out.
This is really dangerous. Maybe there'd be a workers' compensation case, I guess. Maybe.
There's pulp all over my boots, and everything's starting to thaw out. It's getting pretty slippery back there.
Well, maybe pursuing the suspect wasn't such a good idea.
In retrospect, but when you're in the heat of the moment, Nerf bullets flying everywhere, that's not how you're thinking.
Oh, I fully understand.
Maybe you've got one of those windows that opens in the back of your truck. The F-150? Yeah, I don't think your diesel one has the window that opens in the back to the bed of the pickup.
You're spying on my trucks?
Well, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
Well, again, not by experience or anything, but I fully understand.
I didn't know it at the time, but he was going to his grandmother's house.
Okay.
Anyway, it's getting really dangerous back there with the pulp and the melting ice everywhere. I'm having a hard time keeping my balance. If you can believe it, I was ready to give up.
No!
I was tapping on the window, wearing gloves and everything. I didn't know who'd last touched that surface, maybe less than 72 hours ago. So he's driving, well, sort of. He decides to open the window. This time, he's wearing a mask inside of his truck.
But he opened the window. He was being polite.
Yeah, I guess so, but he punched me. If I were a guy, it would have been worse. You can't punch a girl down there either. But I'm pretty tough. I didn't buckle over or anything. So he stops the truck and jumps in the bed.
How big was the bed?
That's the thing. It was one of those short beds. 5.5 feet. How was I supposed to social distance? He was really asking for it.
Well, maybe you should have just jumped out.
I wasn't going to do a thing like that. After all that happened, not then.
Yeah, I know. Well, not by way of experience or anything. The melting orange juice and all in the back of the truck.
So he starts slapping me with all these wet wipes he had in the truck. Like, seriously, wasting all those. And it's starting to hurt. I'm getting red marks. It might have been that they had methanol in them. You know, the cheaper stuff from the other side of the border has methanol and not alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous. They don't sell none of that stuff at the big boy box store.
You know, Guard, this is not good. I can see why you got fired.
Oh, well, that's not why I got fired.
Then, why did you get fired?
Assault with a deadly weapon.
You were armed?
Well, I didn't know it at the time. I'd only had the mask for like 20 minutes. But the mask I was wearing was an ever-growing Berber N95 replica that is actually nylon. You know, the ones that Myron Alfombra pronounced matting but spelled M&M makes, that suffocate people because they keep growing and growing and growing. That is, if you don't tampume them every couple of hours. You know, like that vacuum trim thing he has.
How did you ever survive?
You don't get it.
You know, I don't want to. I'm trying to stay safe.
I got sick and tired of being slapped around with methanol wipes. I was having a brutal chemical reaction. You should have seen my bicep, 114 inches around.
Oh, I get it. You used your bicep to pelt him.
No. I took off my ever-growing Berber face mask that is actually nylon and slapped that guy until it wouldn't get off his face. And he didn't have no tampume anywhere. That thing just kept growing and growing and growing.
Oh, my. That is assault with a deadly weapon.
Dirty